I just fell flat on my ass right there.
You just kind of get down and you think, man, I'm getting old, you know. I gotta give me a new chair. Okay. Oh boy. Come on, Rusty. I didn't bring one of my tumblers. My wife did this for me, and I guess they were all dirty. I'm way out here in my go-to place. Of course, I haven't been out here in a long time. It's been a long, hot summer. But if you look at the 10-day forecast, it's going to drop down into the 80s and even some low 80s and a possibility of rain this coming week. And after that, the temperatures will just keep dropping for the most part. And that's when it gets nice. And this summer has been the hardest on me that I can ever remember. The heat was just unbearable. And then I had some other issues going on. And I did make a video for the members and for the guys that are on my Patreon, kind of explaining things and what I'm going to do or what I'm doing to remedy that. And I'll share it with everybody before too long. It'll probably be a month or so, but I'll share everything. Before I make it real public to the whole world, I'd like to make sure that what I'm doing works. But so far, it works. Let me tell you what. I'm being all mysterious about it. I don't mean to be, but I just don't want to share it yet. This week was terrible. I felt good. I mean, everything was good as far as that goes. But I had a friend of mine asked me to go help him pack in a drop camp for some hunters. And then he was taking another buddy of mine, Juan. And Juan's the guy that I've packed across the wilderness with several times. And then Mike, he was the one. He's an outfitter, guide, houndsman, and a packer. He packs in gear for the Forest Service. And then he also packs in drop camps for hunters.
And it used to be, hey, don't film this.
And they asked me if I wanted to ride in, kind of a short trip, going in, packing in a drop camp for some hunters that are coming out. I had a meeting on Wednesday, and then I wanted to try to get that last video that I did. I wanted to get it out, and I had trouble. It just took me forever. So I was supposed to meet him that Thursday morning, Thursday morning, and I didn't get done until, 7, 8 o'clock that night. So I went in, then I couldn't go to sleep, and thought, well, I've done it a jillion times when I had my business and I had to work out of town. I would set an alarm at 3 o'clock in the morning, get up, boom, get out. And it was about a 3.5 hour drive to where we were supposed to leave from. And they had to pack mules and do a lot of work anyway. And so I just thought I'll just leave early in the morning, get up there, and I can ride in with them. Well, it's 63, almost 64. I'll be 64 in November. 2 months, 3 months, 2 months, whatever. Sleep becomes a lot more important than it used to be. I got up about 3:30 and just had no motivation. Didn't feel like going. And I don't know, one thing after another, and I didn't go. I didn't make it. And it's really made me feel bad. But it brings back a lot. I got to thinking about the trips that I've made with Juan, the pack trips, and thinking about, that's what I really, really like to do. I enjoy getting on a mule, taking a pack mule. And believe me, I'm no packer. I mean, I pack good enough to get my stuff into where I need to go. There's a guy on the internet. I'll put a link to his channel. His name's Gary Webb. I've seen he's started making videos. He's a good packer. And he shows, he has some demonstrations on how to make all the different hitches and everything. He's the real deal. So I'll put a link to his video, probably right here, or to his channel right here, or down in the description. So anyway, I got to thinking about all those trips me and Juan has made, and then the ones that I made. This last video that I made, where I didn't take a pack mule, but I rode up into some rough country, and I made that video a long time ago, and this making videos and editing doesn't come real natural to me. I've worked hard at learning how to do it. And so I re-edited that video and put it up. But watching me go back up into that high country, into those mountains, and, you know, throwing out my bedroll and sleeping on the ground and doing all that, it really stirred something in me again. So this year, it's going to cool off. Well, the high country will still be good until December, January. What is going on with you guys? Is it hot out here? There's water right over there. Rusty boy. Go on. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Go on. So I want to get my stuff set up where I can go. And I'd like to go to different places. Not just down here in the Southwest. I'd like to be able to travel. So I got to thank my members. The guys who you can join a membership on my YouTube channel, and I don't know, it's like $1, $5, $10. And then my Patreon also. And I do a little exclusive content there, not a whole lot, but it really helps me get out and go to different places. And that's what I want to do this year. Man, I tell you what, I've had things happen to me this year, you know, some things with my health that have been a little bit scary. And I mean, I've had health problems in the past. I mean, like I had what they call Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, and I dang near died. They hauled me in an ambulance back to the hospital, and it was when I lived out there, way out there on the farm. And yeah, that I was in intensive care overnight, and then they put me in ICU, and then the nurses thought I was going to die. They said that's a fatal heart rhythm, and what it is, it's a short circuit in your heart. And they finally got it converted to a normal rhythm, and then they sent me to Albuquerque, and they fixed it. And then I still had some arrhythmias, but they're because of what I'm doing. I think I attribute it to what I'm doing now. They went from like 20-something% to 7%. Go on. You're wet, man. And I've had some other things going on. I'll talk about that at some other point. I want to make sure that what I'm doing is going to fix it. But then you get all those things going on, and you just kind of get down, and you think, man, I'm getting old. You know, I'm getting old. Then the heat. Am I just complaining too much? That doesn't matter. I feel good now, and I got plans. You know, years ago I packed in. Well, let's watch a little bit of that video right here.
Going right out Cave Creek, right up by Apache Peak. There's the cave right up there. Got my pack mule. Try to set up a remote camp. Stay a few days. See what happens. Right up here is where me and Johnny had a horse fall off. Or Johnny's horse fell off the side here. They had a trail crew come through and fix it up. Don't look near as bad as it did. But that day it looked terrible to us. It's kind of a little washout here. They filled it up, but came through here before it gave way. That horse fell down. Ended up in a tree right there. That tree is knocked down. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. I just fell flat on my ass right there. It's kind of bad right here still. I'm gonna put this camera up so I can get out. A little 2-track here that's gonna go over to the next drainage. And that next drainage is where I want to be. I think that's where I want to set up my camp. If there's water and good grass. Here we are in the Seco, I think it's the Seco. Trying to set up camp. I got here kind of late. Rode 15 miles on the Mules. Finally found a little pool of water up there for the dogs to get a drink. Mules haven't drank since earlier today, but there's a spring right up this canyon, according to the GPS, about 6/10 of a mile. I am absolutely beat tired right now. So was everything. You can see, got dogs just camped out everywhere. They're all laid up. Tired dogs. I'll feed them and get them taken care of here in a minute. Got the mules picketed out. Well, we're ready to go. Those mules are sure tired. Camp's buttoned up. I'm gonna leave the tent right here. Dogs are all tired. Super Hoover! Solo is really sore-footed, but he always does about twice as many miles as the other dogs. It's about 7:15. See what the day brings. I believe this is the South Seco. Middle Seco, South Seco now. But it's the way to hunt. I just got some gear on that mule. She just follows me along. We'll ride all these little drainages and these little fingers. Trails aren't that good, but they're good enough. Like right there, see? The trail goes up and over and around. Or maybe it just stops right here. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it might just stop right here. Plenty of water for the mutts. See how it goes. Walnut Corral. Right there's where I ate lunch. Took a nap. Kind of rough in here. Hold on. All the lazy hounds coming up behind. Well, we're loaded and ready to go. That's where the tent was. We had a little trash race this morning. I think the dogs decided to go chase a fox. I had to go capture them up on top of that mountain. But I started breaking camp at 9:05. And it's 9:56. Everything's packed, loaded, saddled, ready to go. You ready, HB? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. There's a saddle maker, leather man that has made some stuff for me. Go on. And real nice guy, real talented, as you can see. This is a halter that's made. See, it snaps behind their ears. I think it was Mr. Mars, I think. I can't remember the man's name, but my dad told me about it. Well, you take your bit and you just put it in these leather straps here that snap to this halter like this. So when you can put the halter on and just leave it on, and then you can just snap your bit into their mouth and snap it up here. I haven't done it yet. He made these for me. The link to his shop is in the description down below. So if you need anything made, let me know or click on that link. Get a hold of him. He does really good work. He made this for me a long time ago, and I haven't tried it out yet, but I'm going to rig it up. And it removes a lot of bulk on their head, you know, because I use that old cheap nylon halter there. It's easy, but you can put this on and then that's what you got. And then you just snap your bit in and out. Might be easy, we'll see. It's an idea anyway. So I need to rig this up. Can't remember the guy's name, but that's another thing. My memory's not the best as it's been in the past. But I'll put his link. I'll put a link here in the video, right here.
Out here with just me, my mules, and my hounds, the world slows down. At 3 miles an hour, the worries fade, and I find a kind of peace I can't get anywhere else. My mules and hounds, they're more than just animals to me. They're partners, companions, and a big part of who I am. I trust them, and they trust me. I lean on them, and they lean on me. And I'm thankful every day for the trails we've shared together. But I'll admit it weighs on me sometimes. When you get to my age with a few health issues, you start to feel the shadow creeping closer. Still, I'm not ready to quit. Not yet. There's still too many trails I haven't ridden, too many places I still want to see. I spent half my life working hard, paying bills, and chasing time. Now I finally have the time to do the things I truly love. But I've got to take care of myself, because if I don't, I can't keep living this life the way I want to. There comes a time when you can see the end out there, faint but certain on the horizon. I don't know how far off mine is. What I do know is that I want to spend whatever days I've got left in the saddle, riding with my mules, hearing the music of my hounds, and exploring wild country. Like Gus from Lonesome Dove said, there's lots of places I'd like to see before I take up the rocking chair. And that's the truth of it. I'm going to keep riding with my mules and my hounds by my side as long as I can. And you guys can come with me. I'll film it and I'll share it. I'll post it up here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming this far with me. More to come, new videos to come. And like I always say, onward and upward, and God bless.
Well, it's where we started for. Me and Woodrow always like to get where we started for, even if it don't make a damn bit of sense.
Well, it don't.
Well, I know it don't. I'd like to see at least one more place that ain't settled before I take up the rocking chair.